We now know how to evaluate our trig functions at the angles that are on our unit circle. And in fact, any angle that's coterminal with an angle that's on the unit circle. Okay. But when these things happen to not be one of those common angles, or be coterminal with one of those common angles, our next best bet is our calculator here. And I can already say right off the bat, we're going to have to round both of these. Most of the time when you use your calculator to compute a trig function at an angle, most of the time you get a not so nice number. Okay. So we will be writing approximate here. Okay. But actually this one, before I write the approximate symbol, we'll see here in a moment, we actually don't have a secant button, but we do have a cosine button. So I'll just type in my calculator 1 over cosine of pi over 12. Okay. And then we'll get our decimal approximation rounded to the 4th decimal place. Okay. Now that we have our calculator open here, let's go ahead and compute that 1 over cosine. So 1 divided by, and then you can see the cosine button here, COS, pretty close to the 8. It's just a couple buttons up. So cosine, and then pi, so I have to hit second and then the caret, and then I want to divide that by 12. Okay. Now, one thing that's really important here is when we are using the calculator, we need to make sure we're in the right mode. So you can see there's no degree symbol on that pi over 12, and not to mention, when you do see a pi, it's a pretty good indicator anyway that you're in radians. Let's hit mode and make sure that our calculator is in radians. See, mine's in degrees. I would have got the wrong answer. Okay. So all I had done is I arrowed down to radians. I'm going to hit enter. And then to get out of the screen, I just hit second, quit. Okay. And now when I hit enter, we get our answer. 1.0353. Let's go ahead and write that down. All right, now let's go back to our calculator and we're going to find sine of 2. All right, so here's our calculator, sine of 2. I'm going to hit mode, make sure that I am in degrees. And so I need to hit down until I get there, and then over, enter, and then second quit to get back to the main screen. And there we go. There's sine of 2. This will be something you want to think about every time you use your calculator and you're computing the value of some trig function. Especially for many of you, maybe here in this next school year, you might take physics and calculus at the same time. Most physics problems are going to require that you're in degrees, and most of the calculus problems will require that you are in radians, and so you'll constantly have to be switching back and forth. All right, and let's go ahead and write our answer down, and then we are done with this section.